Alright everyone, welcome back to the second part, and in case you missed first part, this is a review of one of the books that some of the books that I've read and some of the books that I haven't read, and I just want to go over this because I'm going to donate them to Goodwill or some sort of place similar to that, because I just want to have just want to remember these books before I actually take them over to donation. Anyways, so let's continue. This book is Mice of Men by John Steinbeck, of course. I read it back in 10th grade and I really liked it. It was very succinct, very pithy, very to the point. I liked it. Very, very amazing. And these books are actually very expensive. Just not 100 pages, $12. Yeah. And this I think this is part of a series. I think that most of Penguin's books are a little expensive. Anyways, I think they're very worth it. Very quality literature. And then continuing with this one, this one is called Howard Zinn's A People's History of the U.S. This book was assigned by my history teacher, like the one I told you about before, who is a current Harvard doctoral student. So he assigned this back in 10th grade history, no, not history, yes, US history, and one of the best classes I've taken in my life. I think I like history. And then he assigned all these reading. We actually didn't have a whole chance to read all of these, but I really liked the book. It was very to the point, and it wasn't just like the usual book assigned by the school. It was very scholarly, very highly written, very, very good. And the good thing about this book and this one of Mice and Men and the one by Toni Morrison's The Bluest Eye, teacher somehow won a prize of excellence in teaching or something like that, or a grant, I don't remember what it was, and then he bought these 3 books for the class. So in total we were about 80 students, so you can just imagine how much he spent in regard of these readings. I really liked, he's very dedicated, and no wonder he's in Harvard right now. But anyways, this book is an amazing. Oh, something else about Howard Zinn. He went to lecture in my university, the one that I'm currently in, and the sad part is that he died, I think, in 2010 or 2011. I don't remember exactly. But I sadly didn't have a chance to go and see or attend the lecture. Sadly, I wish I could have just caught a glimpse of him. But anyways, an amazing book. I should read it and study it. It's a great way of studying the U.S. history. If you're interested, of course, go ahead and read it. Now the other book. This was again The House on Mango Street. Oops, what was that? I don't know. A bookmark, I think. Okay. Anyways, this book I read it in 9th grade. But we couldn't keep it. So back when I was in 12th grade, I wanted to read it again. So I decided to buy it over the internet, and of course buy it. It was very cheap, probably $1 or $2. I don't remember how much. But it was one of the first books I read in 9th grade. I really liked it because he not only talks about Hispanic culture. Well, it doesn't really talk about it that much, but it really gives. Well, I'm Latino. I'm of Mexican heritage, and I really liked it because I kind of related to some of these histories. So, in case you're not familiar with this book, it basically consists of a bunch of little stories like these, and it just talks about a bunch of things, a bunch of people, and it's very interesting. I like to read it. I've read it more than once, of course. It's not heavy, it's to the point. And again, back in 9th grade, we are just being challenged to read, and it was one of those challenging books to read. Anyways, continuing, this was assigned on a summer from middle school to high school, and at first I was really not going to read it at all, but then I went ahead. The teacher sent us a mail, of course a letter through the mail, and then she asked us to read the book, and then she gave us a couple of essay questions. And okay, coming from a middle school point of view, I wasn't really ever assigned to read the book this heavy. Neither write, of course, essay answer to the essay question. It was challenging to read because, again, I was being stretched, and I really liked it because, of course, my high school was an accelerated course, high school. So I liked it because, of course, they challenged me, and now I think that because of this, I'm able to read more. Over the years, I've seen that my reading endurance has tremendously increased, so I'm very thankful for that. So this is a great book to read. I think this book was made into a movie. I don't remember when, but I really liked it. Now, continuing on with this book, is called The Great Gatsby. I read this in 10th grade. I liked it. These markings are not mine. Again, back in 12th grade, I just decided to buy them again through the internet, and then it was really cheap. I think it was $1 or $2. Oh, $1. Well, who knows? And then I bought it because I wanted to read it and just keep it for myself, and then just keep it. Oh, I really like this binding. I don't know where they sell them. Anyways, I don't want to ever buy books, hardcover or physical books. But anyways, I really liked the book. It was very great. Really, really great. And I know that I'm being very vague with my descriptions. But anyways, this is a very natural thing for me. In terms of the channel, it's not really edited or very highly thought of. It's just something natural that happens because, again, I just want to remember these books. Alright, so this is one of the first instances where we studied in US history one of the biggest impacts that this book had on the US government back in the early 1900s. I liked it because I was inspired, first of all, with the book, that this book had a very, like I said before, a tremendous impact on people inside of that time, that I just went ahead and read it. I actually don't think I actually finished it. I think I stopped in page 123. I read it in 10th grade. It was too much for me, too highly written, a lot of vocabulary, and I just was, whoa, I don't want to finish this at all because it's just too much. Again, I was just busy with work, and I just don't think I had a chance. But anyways, I want to read this book, not this year, maybe later. Right, now continuing with another one. This is another Scarlet, well, sorry, it's not Scarlet. It's called another Barnes & Noble's Classics, My Antonia, by Willa Cather. I really liked it. It was all right. It wasn't one of the best books I've read in my life, but I think I could really identify with the rural life, with the country life, and it was good because, as I said, I'm of Mexican heritage, and my family comes from the country. Well, not the country of Mexico, but from a small city that is near the capital of where I'm from, and most of the town is near the country, I guess. Anyways, continuing on with this one, The Historian. I bought this too, but I actually never had a chance to read it. It was just too big. Again, The Historian. It's over 600 plus pages, as you can see. Wow. And I just bought this because I've always been interested in art history with mystery and anything like that. And in the past months and years, I've seen that a lot of people have been interested in writing these types of books. Anything with art history and murder and anything that relates to mystery and anything like that. It's kind of like thinking back about the Da Vinci Code. Pretty much that's what Da Vinci Code is about, art history and Da Vinci and murder and all these things back in Paris. So anyways, I never had a chance to read it, and I don't think I'll have a chance to read it. Plus, it's just too heavy for me to carry around, and just I guess this big book just would not allow me to concentrate well. So it wouldn't allow me to concentrate well because I would just have to carry it, and just too heavy. Anyways, I don't plan to read it because I don't really like fiction that much. I only like certain types of fiction. Now this is a Yale book. As you can see. Back in high school, I was very interested in applying to this university, although I didn't really apply. And I just like to save it because I received this from in the mail, via mail, and I like to keep it because somehow it will allow me to inspire myself to keep working harder and harder, and maybe give me a chance for applying for graduate school. I don't want to throw it away because I want to go ahead and read it and see if maybe it can inspire me more to work harder and better for graduate school. Right now I'm an undergraduate. I'm going to be a junior, so right now I'm a rising junior, and I'll keep my 2008, 2009. Oops. So I'm keeping my possibilities open for any graduate school because it's always been one of my dreams to go to higher school that is renowned, and Yale wouldn't be an exception to that. So I'll just keep it, and I'm not going to donate this. So this does not go to the regular pile. This goes to behind me, right here. And now the last one. The last one is called, it's actually a series by Tolkien, J.R.R. Tolkien, and this is just the whole book series by this. Like I said before, I've always experienced a lot of reading and literature, and I've never really been too interested in this much in fiction. So I just gave it a try, bought them over the internet. It was really cheap. I think it was $10. And then if I were to buy them in my local bookshop, they would be really expensive. I think, I don't remember how much. Ooh, they're kind of hard to take out. But the good thing is that I bought them and they're practically new. They're not really used. They're not really broken or ripped. The spines are fairly intact, so they're fairly new. See, you can almost see. So anyways, this is the last one. And the reason that I read this is because that I saw the movie. I saw a couple of movies, and at first I thought it would be interesting to read about magical creatures and things like that. But again, as with anything in life, I gave it a try, and I wasn't really interested in this, so I just stopped. I think I stopped in The Hobbit. I know some people are gonna say, but you should continue reading them and read them. Of course I should, but right now it's not the time. I shall concentrate my reading efforts with something that should be something more interesting to me. So anyways, I think this is the last part. The last part of the book is that, thankfully, instead of buying more and more books, what I've decided is to buy a Kindle. This is a Kindle. I bought this Kindle back in 2011. Yes, because I was just too tired of carrying books around, just all these books. So it's so amazing that this little thing, well, it's not really little, but it's fairly heavy. I think this is the Kindle DX, and this is where I do most of my reading now that I'm in college. Most of my supplemental kind of personal type of reading. So again, as I was saying, it's so amazing that all these books that I've discussed up here, all this stack of books, could fit in this little thing. So right now, as you can see, this is, well, I don't know if you are aware, but this is the screensaver of the Kindle, Amazon Kindle. It's an amazing, amazing thing. You can buy these over the internet, and I think it has internet connection, and without the internet connection, I think it can, the battery can last up to a month. So that's awesome to have that. And I think the internet is fairly free. You can browse the internet with such as Wikipedia and Google definitions. So I think that's my cell phone, sorry. I really liked it. So anyways, right now the book that I'm reading, it's called it's Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, chapter 13. So I should continue reading it. Well, thank you guys for taking your time, guys, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming and taking your time to get to know a little bit of my book. All right, thank you and see you later. Bye-bye.